Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we're the Office Blokes, aren't we?
Yeah.
Our gaming channel is going to be out very soon, so keep your eye out for Office Blokes Game, Game. There is some funny stuff on there so far. But yeah, we're going to talk, or Mike is going to talk about our Patreon before that.
Yeah, we've got a Patreon request here. It's for Ben L.
Cheers, Ben.
We've got you've never seen basketball like this. This is Jimmy High Roller's channel, I think. So, yeah, basketball but different.
Looks a bit strange.
It looks like
does a bit
like wrestling leotards, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it?
Full-on contact orgy.
Oh, no, we're getting banned.
Anyway, well, let's do it then. So, you've never seen basketball like this by Jimmy High Roller. Let's do it.
Did y'all just see that? These guys.
I'll just go back a sec. That guy did a little move. Do you see the one that's closest to us? He kind of did this like.
What, number 99?
I think so. No, the one on the left that's wrestling now.
All right.
He did kind of I'm a little teapot sort of move. Towards,
Did y'all just see that? These guys are playing basketball.
It's Russia, isn't it?
Kind of. And this guy just got the life beat out of him. The craziest part about this isn't even a foul.
I don't think it is Russia.
I'm not sure.
I think it's the USA, this.
It looked like it on the back of the guy's.
Ladies and gentlemen,
coach's
this right
jumpers.
here is Rugball, a sport created in Russia that mixes elements of basketball, wrestling, and rugby to create a hybrid monster of a game where you may just lose your life. It's violent, it's unsettling, and it's pretty much the greatest thing I've ever seen. But before I show you some absurd clips of these guys completely dismantling each other, let's go back a few weeks. When I first saw a clip of this sport, wrestling and basketball, how? Or an even better question, why? Well, back in 1999, the Russian Federation of Rugball was formed, making it an official independent sport. But long before it was official, Rugball was used by wrestlers as a form of training to help develop coordination, dexterity, stamina, and many other factors that translated to wrestling. And similar to basketball, Rugball is played on a court with a ball and a hoop. And that's the extent of their similarities. According to the Rugball rulebook, the game begins by throwing the ball in the center of the field. It's a court, not a field, but continue. The ball can be passed, thrown, beat, or rolled in any Hold up. Beat? You want me to beat the ball? In the game, you can use power tricks and fighting techniques except for prohibited ones. And by prohibited ones, they mean killing. You can't kill someone. But other than that, you're good. In Rugball, there are no free throws, no fouls, you don't have to dribble, no goaltending. There are literally no rules. Which sounds insane, and that's because it is. Now, equally as chaotic as the game itself is its name. I'm not sure if it's called Rugball or Regball. Most sources call it Rugball, but their official website calls it Regball. So I'm just gonna call it Rugball, because everything is ruleless and lawless and nobody cares about anything anyways. You can do whatever you want to score the ball or stop the other team from scoring the ball. And everyone who plays takes advantage of this lack of rules.
That's what I'm saying.
So my immediate reaction to seeing this game for the first time was, ow? Doesn't that hurt? Turns out players can wear elbow pads, knee pads, and specific helmets if they want to. But for some odd reason, a lot of players simply don't. Because who needs functioning joints, am I right? Next, I headed over to YouTube and Reddit to see what others thought of this sport. This guy says this sport reminds him of the late 80s, 90s Pistons games. And I do see the similarities. This Reddit user says that wrestling on hardwood floors isn't sustainable. Sustainable? These guys are ready to die for this game. And you're concerned with sustainability? Owie! This is the perfect game for those overly physical football players and wrestlers that show up to basketball runs to put us all out of our misery. And now that I think about it, this game is probably why wrestlers that play basketball are so aggressive. If I knew y'all were doing this in your spare time, I would have never stepped on a court with y'all. And you're probably thinking, it's not that bad. Kind of rough, but any tough guy could manage. And you're wrong. Let's just watch some highlights of one game of Rugball.
Just before getting some highlights, And possibly why the Russians are some of the best wrestlers in the world, though, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
just finding bizarre ways to
It's
train.
big over there, isn't it?
Yeah, he's just it's ruthless. Nutcases.
It's more like not tag team. It's more like team-based wrestling matches, isn't it? The ball's kind of arbitrary to an extent.
Yeah, like I say, one of the things as well is the court that they're playing on. You know, it's like a
It's
rock hard
hardwood.
wooden floor, isn't it? You know, they're throwing each over. I mean, there's got to be some injuries in that, hasn't there? Must be.
I'm not sure it's going to catch on.
Wow.
No. A lot of imagine without the knee pads though, everyone's knees would be shredded from friction
Guys,
burns and stuff.
Guys,
Yeah.
I was graze, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, tip off. Looks like a pretty normal game of. Oh, wait, never mind. Right off the jump, homie's getting mauled for no reason. 4 whole seconds into the game, and dude already doesn't give a damn. First possession. Let's see what happens here. Jesus. The game just started.
Wow.
Dude just absolutely wrecked his elbow, and we're just supposed to act like it's normal? My guy, are you good? What? Man's just got smoked. And then pops back up like nothing happened.
Tough
Forget a
bastard,
fractured
right?
skull,
Yeah.
I gotta get back on defense. Guys, this was not a foul. This, in the NBA, this is attempted murder. Fast forward a few minutes, and this guy's getting choked out. Dude in the red is just looking for a reason to whoop someone's ass. And then he gets up and gets mad at the ref. Like, dog, you're telling me I can't just end this man right here, right now? I thought this was Rugball. 5 minutes into the game, and the whole place is unraveling. All right, next play. Dude puts up a brick. Surprised it didn't shatter the backboard. He doesn't give a damn, immediately chases the rebound like his life depends on it. Meanwhile, his teammate is actively putting this guy to sleep. They couldn't care less, they're on a fast break. Oh, loose ball? You get wrecked. Okay, so on this next play, I'm not sure if this guy is a point guard or a hitman, but he is in a literal fist fight with his matchup. But here comes his teammate, destroys this guy's spine. Bye, good luck walking ever again. Fast forward, number 55 is on a mission. He should probably be in the post right now, but this is Rugball. So instead, he's pulling up from 22 feet and knocks down the three-pointer.
Yeah.
Out of all the madness I just witnessed, this is the craziest thing yet. Dude splashed a three-pointer like he was made for it. And oddly enough, this play right here is probably the closest thing resembling basketball. And to top off all of this absolute chaos, broken bones and fractured vertebrae, the final score, 8-4.
Of course it will.
Wow.
Oh, Rugball. So, you're telling me all they had to do was hit 3 threes, and that would have been enough to avoid all of this pain and misery? 3 threes? This is amazing. I love it. In fact, I think every NBA player should have to play at least one game of Rugball in their career. I mean, it might just end their career, but at least they would have some perspective on just how soft some of their calls
Big
are.
crowd.
You can't even
that, wasn't it?
breathe. Literally breathe on some NBA players without them begging for a call. Meanwhile, Rugball players are going to war over 7 points, which actually makes me think, how do the stats work? Do they count takedowns as a stat? What about punches thrown? How am I ever supposed to make a graph out of this convoluted information? A good stat would be points prevented. Like, you just sent that poor guy into the stanchion and gave him debilitating CTE. Great defense. And it's not like this particular game was any more violent than other games. This game got so intense that the fans started fighting. So what do they do to mediate the situation? Get right back to the action, of course.
They just got a basketball there for an excuse to drop somebody on their face.
Here's a video of MMA superstar Khabib playing Rugball, a sport that he actually plays often while training.
I'm gonna show you Dagestan basketball without rules. Only one rule: don't hurt yourself.
He's getting into his bag, putting up some shots and getting some cardio in. Never mind, he's got a guy in submission. This poor guy just wanted to get his head knocked off in a simple game of Rugball, but instead he's getting folded like a lawn chair in the middle of the game by one of the best fighters on the planet. This went on for minutes, and yet somehow this isn't excessive for this sport. So because this game
This is crack, isn't it?
Absolutely crazy, isn't it? I mean,
I just don't get it.
It's one of, it's one of those Russian things I've ever seen.
Isn't it?
wow.
Have you ever seen the
Brutal.
4-on-4 mixed martial arts that they do in Russia?
Yeah,
What's
I've
that
seen
then?
it.
4 guys either side, and you're a team, and you just go.
Oh, really?
So,
I've
like,
not seen that before.
One guy gets knocked out, and suddenly it's 4 on 3, and like you can see it where there's one guy left, and there's 4 guys kicking the shit out of him. They
Sounds...
definitely take it to the next level,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
Wow.
I just don't see where the skill level comes into this.
they? It's just
Well,
all I'm seeing here is it's practice for wrestling.
yeah, it's probably good cardio.
Yeah,
I bet it is, yeah.
yeah,
It's brilliant
fitness,
for that.
definitely.
It's a
But,
training thing. I don't think it'll catch on as a worldwide phenomenon anyway. But
yeah,
I don't think it'd be at the next Olympics.
but probably not, no. I mean, like I say, you can just imagine the amount of injuries you must get in it. I mean,
they should put it in the next Olympics because aren't Russia banned at the moment? So their sport, and then the whole world competes, and someone else wins
yeah,
it.
you get Wales winning it or something. Or,
Very weird. This.
very much so.
A lawn chair in the middle of the game by one of the best fighters on the planet. This went on for minutes. And yet somehow, this isn't excessive for this sport. So because this game would give some much needed perspective to some NBA players, granted they miraculously don't sustain a life-threatening injury in the process, who would you pick if you had to assemble a rugball team of all NBA players? Donovan Mitchell took notice on this insane sport earlier this year, but I don't think he would be quick to sign up. So if I had to choose a 7-man lineup,
Harden.
and I have absolutely no idea how positions work, I'm going to go with Zion Williamson, Eric Bledsoe, Steven Adams, PJ Tucker, Giannis, Russell Westbrook, and Stephen Curry. Considering the skill sets, or lack thereof, you would need to excel at this sport, I think this lineup is filthy. Zion is an absolute unit.
I'm not sure the taller ones are the one for that sport. If you look at a lot of the Russian guys, they're stocky.
Bit more agile, aren't they? I think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You get
low centre of gravity.
6'11", you're going to get snapped in half by someone, and that'd be that.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be a lump.
I
Look at
think
the
if you
size, man. 240 pounds, mate. You're going to be 6'11", 240, and 6'11", 270. You have to be something to snap them in.
I was going to say you'd have to be a bit of a unit to shift him off the floor, wouldn't you?
Giannis
Really?
is huge, man.
I'm
Yeah.
6'2" and about 230.
Yeah. But they're pure muscle, mate. Fitness.
So am I?
Yeah.
It's disgraceful.
What are you trying to say?
Already gets beaten down low every game, so this is just a step up from what he sees on a nightly basis. Eric Bledsoe is an NFL running back that accidentally signed up for the wrong sport when he was 10 and never looked back, so he would be perfect for this. Steven Adams is an immovable object, so good luck with that. PJ Tucker might have the most lopsided height to weight ratio in the NBA, so just his frame alone would make him great at this sport. With Giannis, I wouldn't change a single thing from what he does in basketball games. Just give him the ball at the top of the key, have him sprint at the rim at 20 miles an hour, and hope he runs through a few bodies and gets a bucket in the process. Russell Westbrook,
He'd get flipped
well,
onto
he's
his
a
head.
no-brainer here.
Yeah.
In fact, he'd probably have a good case as the rugball GOAT. And Steph Curry, it's an odd pick, right? Wrong. Remember, guys, all we need is a few threes to win the game. So avoid the headlocks and the clotheslines, hit some deep threes, and we're the rugball champions. Just imagine if you saw this lineup with no context. You'd be baffled, which is precisely how I feel about rugball. Baffled, confused, a little scared, and honestly, impressed. This sport is actually really cool. I mean, I personally wouldn't play it. I actually enjoy not being in excruciating pain, but while watching some of these videos, I found myself kind of getting hyped to see who would win these games, and who would even make it out alive. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever played rugball? And if so, what was your experience like? And how much did your hospital bill come out to?
Wow. I don't think I'll be having a game anytime soon,
No.
for sure.
Just seems a bit out there to me. That.
Spectator sport wise, I kind of get why it'd be
Nah, it looks
interesting
shite.
to watch.
Just looks like just a load of like mauling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's plenty of that going on.
You can go and watch amateur rugby, get a load of that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah,
I think you probably watch 5 or 10 minutes of it, but I mean, I think that'd be like maximum. I don't think I'd watch like game after game after game. I don't think. I wouldn't have thought.
I think you're viewing it through a basketball lens though, whereas it's more
Yeah.
that's wrestling.
I'm just
That is
looking at it.
wrestling
Exactly.
that they're-
I'm looking at it from a lens of would I watch that as a sport, and the answer would be no.
I would think better if it was outside on grass,
In the mud.
in mud and stuff like that. And I
With
don't
women.
know. Yeah. Oh, it's descended.
And the rugby ball.
Oh, dude, pretty good shout though, must admit.
Might watch it then.
It's like that lingerie football league,
Yeah.
isn't it? What's that called in America?
Lingerie football league.
Is that what it is? Oh, fair enough.
I
Good
just
guess.
thought on grass you could do it, but it'd be a bit more like rugby where they're piling into each other like
it's
throwing
wrestling
themselves
though.
into it. But
That is literally wrestling.
More grappling in it, and
Yeah.
And they're all that kind of
better for-
Greco-Roman wrestling sort of thing.
It's a bit of a
popular,
free-for-all,
isn't
isn't it, really? It's sort of like, it normally in sport, you like a bit of a structure so you know what's going on, what's illegal, what's not illegal.
Yeah.
But if it's sort of all in, it's sort of like...
just seems no skill set, like I say. It's just
Yeah.
like people just charging into it and grappling. It's like watching kids like fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seemed to be one-on-one. There wasn't much ganging up going on,
Yeah.
if you notice.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a lot of one-on-one, wasn't it?
But he said at the beginning of the video, it's to sort of train wrestlers, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the reaction times and stuff. You've got other things to think about while you're wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, take the basketball things away and do it on a mat.
Well, they do that anyway. Maybe this is just to try and get the edge on, wrestlers from other countries that don't train in that certain way.
Yeah. I say maybe it's a training technique. It'd be pretty good, but yeah, I don't think it'll.
It's not going to catch on
anyway.
No
is
way.
it? But
average career lasts 3 games.
yeah,
It's over.
Yeah, strange one for me. Though.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget like and subscribe. Thanks for the support on that, Ben L.
Cheers, Ben.
Appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.
Cheers.